Hey, tryhards, Ethan here. I have a little something different for y'all this week. I've started another podcast. It's called Outnumbered. It's going to be on a bunch of different platforms soon, but I wanted y'all to experience it firsthand. So, without further ado, here it is. Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Outnumbered, a podcast about what it's like to live in a blended family. I'm Ethan.
I'm Andraya.
And I'm Dottie.
And welcome to our family. As I mentioned, this is the first episode of Outnumbered. The reason why? Because I am the only boy in a family of 5 children.
And I am not a boy. I'm a girl that outnumbers a brother. Yeah.
So, just to kind of get the ball rolling, let's tell y'all a little bit about ourselves.
I'm 14. I love school and I'm an isolated human being.
Well, for now. Andraya.
I'm 15 and I love Pomeranians. And we have a dog.
His name's Gunner and he's lit.
He is a good boy. We love Gunner.
Most of the time.
Well, every dog has some
Quirks, like weird quirks.
And I'm 19, and
He's a kumquat.
she gives me some weird nicknames.
Oh, yeah.
So, we're going to go into a little bit more detail about ourselves, at least I will.
No. Sorry, guys. You will learn in all of these episodes that I'm very much a kid. Like big kid who just is weird and interesting. So.
And tell our listeners out there, how are you, an interesting person? Explain yourself.
I'm interesting because I like reading books and I am a pro napper.
It's true, she can fall asleep about anywhere.
I've fallen asleep in a garage standing up against the pole that supports the garage.
Oh, I've fallen asleep in the bathtub.
Oh yeah, I've done that too. It was really bad because the water was full and I woke up before it happened, but I started slipping down into the water. It was...
I've fallen asleep. I fell asleep in the shower one time and almost hit my head on the tub.
Gosh.
You know how when the water just feels so warm, you start to get sleepy.
Yeah.
Weird.
I used to have a seat in the old house.
Oh, I remember that. Oh, that. Yeah, we've moved a couple times. We moved from Kansas. Kansas is great, but
Yeah.
now we're Texans.
Texas.
We say y'all a lot more, and our grammar is different, I guess.
Well, I mean, you get used to the culture pretty much anywhere you go.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, boy.
So I feel like the culture in Texas has changed me a little bit because, one, I didn't used to say y'all as much as I do now. And then, my grammar is a little bit different. What's one?
What's a word that people in Texas use that not everybody else uses?
Oh, other people do this, but, instead of saying all right, it's just I.
I say I.
I know, it's just people who lived in Texas for so long, that's just how they talk, and I still think it's a little bit weird, but then for me, saying all right sounds weird.
Is it just
because
me?
I've been in Texas for so long.
Or do people say Nevada? or Nevada?
Oh, this
Nevada
is a very
or Nevada?
huge, like...
Nevada or Nevada?
Like, it's not that big of a problem, but, like, it's, like, people just, like, debate on how to say things. Like
Nevada?
Caramel
Or caramel?
or caramel.
Mm-hmm.
Or Nevada or Nevada.
How do you say it?
I say Nevada.
I say Nevada.
I say both.
Well,
That's true, I do say both.
yeah.
And then caramel and caramel, like a caramel apple, and then also caramel, can I have some caramel? Like, can I have a caramel apple? Like, I say both.
It's like data and data, I think.
Yeah.
Data. I thought you said data, and then data.
No, I feel like
Data.
data is like numbers and like math and like things you put into a computer, and data is like what you use.
Is that a dating app?
No.
No.
Data, the dating app for robots.
Like I said, I'm such a kid.
So how would that even work?
I don't know. Dating app for robots, one, we'd have to have like good intellectual skills that I clearly don't have to build a robot that like works like more like kind of functions like a human, and then like they figure like the human programs it to be able to go onto the data app for dating for robots. I don't know. I think
we don't have to build a robot. We just have to build
the app.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. Like, yeah, like, because obviously robots will take over the world, turn us into their pets. Like.
So you're saying robots need to find love?
Yes.
But why?
So that they don't destroy us, and then they realize, oh, well, love is the answer, not hatred and violence.
There's a lot of people who still need to hear that don't know that.
That's very true.
Anyway, people say things different in different places.
Yeah.
So what are some other parts of the Texas vocabulary?
I can't think of anything off the top of my mind. How about you, Dre?
No, I can't.
Well, one thing that's different about Texas v. Kansas education is that we take STAR in Texas and maps in Kansas, but STAR is super weird to me. Like, I don't understand why. It just doesn't make sense. It's long. Like, yeah, and then maps was like, yeah, it was long, but it was like, I guess for me it was like easy. And
yes.
Like, because one day would be for a certain thing, not like you went to different classrooms for each subject doing STAR. Like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
So STAR is the standardized texting in Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Standard,
yes.
You said texting. So that's what I feel like that's like one major difference between Kansas education and Texas.
How are the people down here? Like just strangers.
Like around the area, or
there's a lot more homeless people.
There's a lot more homeless people. Like, it's crazy the amount that there is.
I was going to make care packages, but then the coronavirus came.
The coronavirus, the major topic.
Yes, the hot button topic. I knew we'd get here eventually. I didn't know when that would happen.
The coronavirus sucks, and I'm stuck with a bunch of fools that I love for the next
8 weeks.
8 weeks, and probably for the rest of my school year, which, well, I do love them dearly. I don't want to be stuck in a house with them for 8 weeks
We're probably going to say be homeschooled for the rest of the year.
And that's not what I want, because then I won't see one of my friends. Her name's Riley. Shout out to you, girl, if you're listening to this.
So besides, like, homeless people, like, are there differences in, like, what kinds of people live here?
There's the bougie. There's the...
Tatum, there's bougie anywhere you go.
But there's the bougie. Like, there's the bougie, like, mansion bougie.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's, like, the... Like... I don't know how to describe it, because, like, I don't want to seem, like, rude and be like...
So if we're thinking about, like, a spectrum, so over here you have people who are homeless. And then over here you have people who live in a mansion.
And the
You're talking, like...
Middle... Like...
This half?
Like, in between... Because they can't
Like,
see
in between middle class
Yeah.
and bougie.
Yeah. We're in between middle class and bougie.
I mean, yeah, I mean, this...
We have a pool, y'all, and oh my gosh, I said y'all again. But the pool's nice, and one thing I love about Texas weather, like, yeah, I don't like how hot it is, because I get overheated pretty easily, but, like, I like being able to, like, swim in the pool, even in, like, yeah,
You could swim right now.
like, and yeah, it's spring, but, it got kind of hot in the winter, which sounds weird, because it's winter, you know, but it got kind of hot. So, we decided to just hang in the pool, which most Kansas Cityans or really people who live in cold weather would think is what in the world, unless you're doing an ice, like, dive thingy.
The polar bear challenge?
Yeah, which I don't plan on doing ever. Well, I probably will, just not.
No.
Drea, how do you feel about the polar bear challenge?
Be pretty cold.
Well,
But it would be, like, fun.
Would you want to do that?
Probably. But then I'll, like, jump out.
probably
Yeah.
jump in and then swim around and then get out.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I like cold. Cold is the best.
You take ice baths.
That's very true. I do take ice baths. Ice baths.
I mean, I've taken an accidental ice bath.
How is it accidental? Did you pour ice accidentally?
No, it's when I fell through a creek when I was 12.
Oh.
And the ice was too thin.
Oops.
If you want to get into that, I can.
Yes.
Oh, they should hear
Yes.
the tea. The tea needs
Yes.
to be spilled. You gotta
Yeah, this is pretty cold tea.
spill it.
This is pretty cold tea.
Let's hear it.
All right. So when I was about 12 years old, I was on a camping trip with my Boy Scout troop, and the adults had told us not to go out on this creek that was next to our campground because the ice wasn't thick enough. I was stupid.
Very stupid.
I thought I was light enough that the ice would be able to support me because I was, 11. And I went out on the creek with my buddy Thomas, and we were just kind of slipping and sliding around on the creek, having a great time. And all of a sudden there's a crack right where I'm standing. And I don't know what to do, so I try to step forward, and there's like a little bubbling noise.
Uh-oh.
And then I made the mistake of trying to jump. And that's when the ice broke.
You
And
jumped? That's the worst.
I tried to jump. It didn't work.
That's the worst possible thing to do.
I know.
On ice.
Well, now you know.
Yeah, I mean, hindsight, there was a lot of things that I did that I regret back then when I was 11 and... Between the ages of 11 and 15, I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of.
Yeah.
What are some things that you guys have done that you're not proud of?
I stole mints from my third grade teacher's drawer because my desk was right behind hers because I didn't like being crowded by all the other people in my class, and she told me where the mints were, so I would like just get them during class. And
You, like, had everything.
Andrea, what's something that you've done that you don't really like admitting?
I have a lot of things, but I'll just name.
Just name one.
I'll just name the category.
Okay.
I stole electronics from my parents' room, which wasn't very smart, and I regret that a lot. Because now I don't get a phone.
Maybe one day.
Or I'll just buy it myself.
Or that. Let me see. Like I said, between the age of 11 and 15, I did a lot of stuff that I wasn't super proud of. Like, around that time, it was during summer. I think I was about 12. I was at my friend's birthday party. We're at the public pool, and I went off the high dive, and yes, I know you remember this story, and I'd forgotten to tie my swim trunks. You know where this is going. My swim trunks came off, and I mooned the female lifeguard that was looking out over the diving boards, and I was super embarrassed, and I had to swim all the way down to the bottom of the pool to grab my swim trunks, put them on in the water, and tie them so that they didn't come off again. So it was not a great day for little Ethan.
Too bad that they don't really make men like one piece. Well,
I mean, they do.
But
like, wetsuits are definitely a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've also been I've been to Colorado. When I was in Colorado, I wore a wetsuit when I went whitewater rafting. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I wish I could go.
To Colorado or go whitewater rafting?
Whitewater rafting.
Tatum, you want to go whitewater rafting?
Whitewater rafting. I'm not totally sure, like, from all the pictures that I saw, I think it might be cool, but I don't think, like, that type of, like, activity or that type of cool per se is, like, for me. I'm more of a, like, I'm more of, like, a book person, and then, like, I do like going outside occasionally, but I think more, like, calm setting, so more, like, canoeing, like, I don't know, like, calm lake is more me.
Yeah. Tatum is also not one to go outside if she has the option.
That's very much true. I don't like I don't mind going outside. It's just that I don't like dealing with everything outside. The only thing I like going outside for would be the pool, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Listeners, Tatum is the one who, of the ones who were old enough to go on a hike when we were in Colorado for vacation a few years ago, she wanted to go shopping instead.
I didn't want to go shopping. I went with her stepdad to a little carnival thing with my little sister.
With a rainbow slide.
Well, come on. Like, one, I knew that going up high, one, like, yeah, I know, Ethan, you have asthma, like, but I have a severe case than you do. And I knew that going up that high probably wasn't a good idea. And also, our mom said that I wasn't, like, feeling that good or something. Or, like, it was something about, like, altitude or something, but she was like...
Altitude sickness?
Yeah, so she was like, so you should go, like, with your stepdad until you figure out...
If you...
like, what exactly is going on. So I chose to go with her stepdad. We went to a rainbow slide. We went to, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was really fun. And, yeah.
I love the alpine slide.
That was lit.
That's another place I got hurt really bad.
You left some of your skin.
I did. I took a hard wipeout on that slide.
It was disgusting.
Part of my leg was rubbed off on that slide.
Which is why it's so disgusting.
And now I have a scar there.
Which is why it's so disgusting.
It is what it is.
It was pretty gross.
Yeah, as I was going down a turn on that alpine slide, I
decided it was a great idea to speed up.
Yeah.
And turn harder. And you just left some skin. I don't understand.
You say that like it was intentional. It wasn't.
Well, obviously, it wasn't intentional for you to get your leg, scraped up and everything.
And my elbow.
Yeah. Oh, my poor baby.
I'm your older brother. I'm not a baby.
You're very much a baby. You're a crybaby.
Oh, hush. You're one to talk.
I don't cry that much. It's just I get stressed a lot. Stress sucks.
That's a mood and a half.
Oh. So, Ethan.
Yes.
Truth or dare?
Truth.
What's it like having an amazing girlfriend?
Do you really want to get into this?
Oh yeah. The juicies.
Honestly, it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
Unlike Tatum's 2 boyfriends.
We don't talk about them.
That's middle school boyfriends. Those never last very
sad.
Or
long.
we could. I could.
Speaking as someone who was a middle school boyfriend, it does not last very long.
I could spill a tea.
Please don't.
I want to spill a tea.
Then spill.
Okay, so out of respect of the following people, will not be stating their actual names. So, Exhibit A and Exhibit B.
Mm-hmm.
Exhibit A is a friendly, problematic person who has lots of problems. And he acted like he had it all together. And he just wanted a companionship because he helped him get out of a toxic relationship. And then, like, a couple weeks after that, he asked me out. And I was caught off guard because I was trying to answer a question to someone else. And I was just like, yes, whatever, yes. And I didn't realize what I was getting myself into. And realized that I had said yes to us dating, and that didn't last more than a few weeks. And he was a complete jerk and was saying that, like, all this bad stuff that we won't get into. And then there's Exhibit B, and he just was a complete jerk, and he ended up playing me, acting like he liked me, and said that he loved me, and then ended up just being like he wanted that cred with his friends, and then ended up right after, like, we broke up. Like, and the worst part is, he decided, he decided, oh wait, no, we're not gonna get it.
You don't want to, you don't have to.
Yeah, never mind. But he was just a complete jerk and ended up deciding, like, a couple days after our breakup, he decided to start dating a 6th grader. Just to get the cred.
Oh boy. Boys are jerks.
I know.
Yes, they are.
I mean, having been a middle school boyfriend, I was doing it just to say that I was.
I was so, like, the worst part, like, I'm a loyal person, and, like, I give my heart, whenever, you know, like, I was giving my heart into that. Turns out he was a complete jerk and didn't actually care for me.
And the hurtful thing is that sometimes that carries over beyond the middle school years. For some boys. Not all, but some.
It's probably going to carry over for him.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it honestly depends. On several things.
Erky turkey.
Alright, we are approaching wrap-up time, so... girls, would you like to plug the podcast social medias?
Our Instagram and Twitter account is
at Outnumbered Pod.
And you can chat with me on my personal social medias. You can find me on Instagram at ethan.t.hulen. You can find my Twitter at etphonehome. Those are zeros and the E's are threes. And you can check out my other show, Two Stories of a Tryhard, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you want to listen. and follow that social media as well. So until next time, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.